Hello and welcome back to our journey through the chakras. For anyone who's new here, I'm Sarah and today we'll be exploring our throat chakra, Vishuddha. Signified by the colour blue, our throat chakra governs the connection to both our verbal language as well as our body language. And by unblocking our throat chakra, we clear our mind of any negative thoughts, allowing us to better communicate and speak our truth. This is the 5th video of a 7-part series, so don't forget to check out the other videos via the links in the description. And we'll begin today's practice sitting in a hero pose, sitting on our heels and just beginning to bring ourselves into the room, closing our eyes. Bring ourselves onto our mat and into our practice. We'll begin today's class by repeating an affirmation of my voice matters 3 times, either in your head quietly or along with me out loud. Taking one deep inhale. My voice matters. My voice matters. My voice matters. Take another deep inhale, deep exhale, and we'll gently begin to blink the eyes open. We'll interlace our fingers, bring our knuckles underneath our chin. On an inhale, begin to lift the elbows nice and high. Exhale, begin to tilt the head back, draw the elbows together. Inhale, lift the elbows nice and high, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale fully, draw the elbows together. Inhale, lengthen, creating more space through the lungs. Exhale, tilt the head back, draw the elbows to touch. Inhale, filling the lungs full of air. Exhale, release every sip of air out of the lungs. Inhale once again, taking your fullest, deepest breath that you can. Exhale, release every little last bit of air out of the body. And we'll gently release. We're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. We're going to bring our left arm around, taking hold of the right arm. And we'll begin to tilt our head down towards our hand, looking down towards the legs. And we'll gently begin to rock the head forward and back, creating some space through the side of the neck. It's beginning to release any stiffness, any tension that we tend to hold to our upper body, our shoulders and our neck. And gently roll our head through center so our left ear comes in line with the left shoulder. We'll bring our right arm around to take hold of the left arm. And we'll begin to move through this side, dropping the head down, chin comes to chest. And then rocking the head back. Noticing that tension. Notice where you hold it. Notice what you need to release. And we'll come back to center. From here, we're going to make our way over to tabletop, over to hands and knees, making sure our wrists are in line under our shoulders and our knees are in line under our hips. We'll flow through a few rounds of cat-cow. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart and gaze, look forward. Create space through the throat area. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, drop the gaze, looking towards the knees, rounding through the spine. Inhale, flow back into cow, look forward, drop the belly, lift the heart and gaze. exhale, round through the spine. Draw your chin to chest. Look towards the legs. And inhale once again, coming into cow. Looking forward, tailbone reaches high. And we'll come back to center. Making our way into puppy pose. Keeping your hips stacked over the knees. Extend your arms long and begin to drop your chin and chest down towards the mat. Opening up through the shoulders, through the throat area. Creating space through the spine. And staying with your breath. And exhale, we'll slowly release, coming out of the pose. And from here, we'll come towards the center of our mat. We're going to make our way into camel pose. So bring your hands behind your lower back, roll your shoulder blades back, coming up onto your toes, and begin to drop the head back. Option to stay here with the hands on the lower back, or option to take hold of the heels if you want to take a bit of a deeper back bend today. So we're opening deep through the throat area, creating space all through the front of the body. In this chakra, it's your body's communication center, where you can find your voice and find that ability to express yourself in the way that's really true to you. And on an exhale, we'll gently come back out. We'll take a counter pose from here, coming down into child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Gently rest the forehead down towards the mat. And just allow the lower back to rest and unwind. Breathing deeply down to the lower back. And begin to come out of the pose. We'll just swoosh our legs over to the side. We're going to make our way down onto our backs from here. Nice and gently, however you can. Keeping our feet planted on the mat. From here, we're going to begin to pick up our hips. Bring your hands behind your lower back while you begin to extend your legs, toes pointing up towards the sky as we come up into a shoulder stand. So you can use your hands to guide you, holding you in place. You want to walk your shoulders further away from the ears. So we're creating nice space through the spine. Keeping your toes and your legs activated. And we'll begin to draw the knees down towards the head. Option to come into plow pose from here. So bring the legs back behind you, toes come down onto the ground, plant the palms down onto the mat so the arms come long. So we're creating this beautiful space through the back body. As we create length and space through the body, we activate our throat chakra. Remember to breathe. And to gently come out of the pose, we're going to begin to bend into the knees. And slowly, as you can, one vertebrae at a time, begin to lower your hips back down onto the mat. And we'll take a twist from here. We'll drop our knees to the left. Bring our arms into cactus, bend at the elbows, palms face the sky, and turn the head over to the right. So we're taking a nice full body twist. This plow pose and our shoulder stand can be quite deep for the lower back. So you want to make sure that we're releasing tension through the hips and the lower back, while we still focus on activating through the neck area. And draw the legs back to center. Drop the knees over to the right and bring the gaze over to the left, twisting at the belly. Relax the muscles. Release the tension. And take a moment just to remember your affirmation. Remember that your voice matters, that you matter, that you need to be heard for your own confidence and to instill confidence within others. We'll gently bring our head back to center. Draw your knees back up. From here, we're going to flow through a few bridge poses. So extend your arms long so your fingertips just about graze your heels. Begin to tilt your pelvis forward and back, warming up the spine, warming up the muscles. The neck is long, shoulders are down away from the ears. And then on your next exhale, begin to pick up your hips, lift your hips away from the mat as you come up into bridge pose. Engaging through the glutes, sending one line of energy down through the body, shooting down out of the knees as you ground through both feet evenly. And exhale, slowly release the hips back down towards the mat. And we're going to take our bridge pose once again. This time you may want to take it a little bit deeper, a little bit further. So exhale, lift the hips up off the mat. Begin to come up onto the shoulders by walking the hands under the body, interlace the fingers and lift the hips up even higher. Using the strength of your feet, grounding into the mat. Relax your neck. Soften the muscles through the face. Soften any part of the body that you can. And we'll gently release. Slowly unravel the spine back down towards the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest. And we'll fully embrace our legs, wrapping our arms around the legs. And just allow everything to become soft. Allowing yourself to become heavy. We're going to cross our right leg over the left, as if you're doing so in a seated position. And we'll just draw the knees closer towards the body, creating a wonderful, deep, intense opening through the right side of the hip, into the IT band. Breathing into that release. Soften through the neck. Stay with your breath. And we'll uncross the legs. And we'll take it to the next side. Cross the left leg over the right. Draw the knees in towards the belly. Releasing stress and tension down through the body. Our hips is often a place of the body that we don't tend to think about holding stress in. But we hold an awful lot of our tension in this part of the body without even noticing. So it can feel really good to release. And gently uncross the legs. And from here we're going to drop the knees wide. Option to stay holding the knees, or maybe holding the backs of the knees. Or for the full variation of the pose, we're going to come into happy baby by taking hold of the outer edges of the feet and draw the knees down towards the armpits. Allowing the spine to elongate on the mat. And when your throat chakra is unbalanced, you might struggle to express yourself in the way that you want to. Just by focusing on opening through the throat and neck area, you can create that space to release that stiffness and tension down through the body. So just focus on finding softness, finding that opening, finding the release. And we'll gently begin to draw the knees back into the belly, taking hold of opposite elbow for one final embrace. And when you're ready, moving as softly as you can, we'll make our way into our Shavasana, into our final resting pose. Extend the legs long on the mat. Extend the arms alongside the body, palms facing towards the sky, shoulder blades nestled into the body. Our neck is long and relaxed. Relax the facial features. Soften the shoulders, melting tension down through the body. And thank you very much for joining me for our practice, and well done. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Namaste.